Everybody, welcome to this week's Kabbalat Shabbat, and it is my great pleasure to invite our Leigh to give us some words of Torah, please. Leigh, you have to unmute yourself.
I have. Good Shabbos, everybody. Everybody ready? Oh, good. Right. This week we start reading the second book of the Torah, Exodus, or in our parlance, Shemot. Eile Shemot. These are the names. And the Sedra opens with a list of names of the people who came down with, or of Jacob's sons who came down with him to Egypt. The real question is, what's in a name? We're all very specific about our names. My name is Aryeh Leigh. Rabbi's name is Yehuda Leigh. Morris is Moshe Aharon. Names are fascinating. And where they come from, majority of them come from the Torah. You get all the common ones, Avram, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Moshe, Aharon, and all the rest of Yehoshua and all those. And the same applies to women's names, where you've got Sarah and Rivka and Rochel and Leah. They're all fascinating. They all have specific reasons why those are the names. Other names have also exist, but they don't occur necessarily in the Torah. A name like Shoshana, for example, is not a Torah name. It comes from Shir HaShirim. It means a rose. It's where God defines and describes his people as the rose between two thorns. And we have those kind of things where other names become popular because they are nice words, nice names, and represent good things. We also have derivations of names that are not from the Torah, but represent items. Like Aryeh is a lion. Yehuda is described as an Aryeh, a lion of Judah, and therefore the name Aryeh became a name. We also have a name, I'm trying to think of the other one. Oh, Za'ev, which is a wolf. In the end of last week's Sedra, Binyamin is described as Jacob wants him to be like a Za'ev, a ravenous wolf. So Za'ev becomes a name. We have all these fascinations. Names become very personal to us. What is amazing is that there are two particular names. One I've never heard, and it's not surprising. And the other one, I'm surprised that I've never heard it because it should be a Hebrew name. The name that I've never heard being given to anybody is the name Korach. It's not surprising because Korach wasn't very nice, and therefore nobody wants their son to grow up like Korach. But the name that really does surprise me, I've never heard in all the list of women's names, I've never ever seen anybody named with this name. She's not even named in this week's Sedra. It just says a man from the tribe of Levi takes a woman from the tribe of Levi. She can for a wife, and she conceives and has a son, Moshe. It's not until next week that we find her name is Yocheved. And I do not know of any women who have been given the name Yocheved. So the rabbi puts his hand up, which is quite surprising considering that the Medrash talks about her as a great woman. Look at the three children she has: Miriam, Aaron, and Moshe, three great leaders of the Jewish people. And yet there doesn't seem to be, but she's not mentioned again. She merits the most enormous amount of praise, whether it comes from the word kovod, to honor, as the word Yocheved, that she deserves the honor and also honors other people. There's a medrash which also says that, well, before Moshe is about to die, he begs HaKadosh Baruch Hu not to let his mother go through the trauma of living and seeing her three children die, because she is still alive and she actually enters into the land of land of Canaan. But the point is, God refuses that, and Yocheved lives through the death of her three children. She is a great lady. She deserves lots of praise. And yet, as I say, I do not see any women being called Yocheved at all. And the rabbi is going to correct me and say he knows somebody who is. But in all the records I've looked at, I don't know why. So here's my words. L'chaim to any woman who has a name Yocheved, and all of you with your grandchildren, and please God, great-grandchildren, should try and encourage them to give, if it's a girl specifically, to try and get to give them the name Yocheved, because she deserves that merit. Shabbat Shalom and Am Yisrael Chai.
Thank you very much, Leigh. I've seen in the post that Marini's granddaughter's also Yocheved, so there are people around, but it doesn't. And in the word Yocheved is the word kavod, so it's an apt time to do kavod to all our women. We say Eshet Chayil, please God, shortly, so we give kavod to our women folk. Now, thank you, Leigh, and now give me